Good morning once again in EVS class with your 7th lesson, that is Our Nation India part 3. In first part we have seen about our nation, that are the longitude, latitude, and how to locate the position of India in world map. Whereas in second part we have seen what are the states, its capital, and the union territories of India. Now today we will see the different features of India that are again called as geographical features of India. Our country India is gifted with variety of landscape. There are hills, there are many oceans and the rivers. In that, the important things are highlighted here in this lesson. And the first one is Himalaya. The northern plains, the Great Indian Desert, the Deccan Plateau, and the coastal areas with the islands. So each of these landforms have its own beauty. So let's start with the first feature, that is great mountain walls called as the Himalaya. In the northern part, now here you can see in the map, this is the northern part of map where you can see the great walls or Himalaya is spread from east side towards the west side in the northern part of the country. So these are the mighty mountain ranges of Himalaya stand as a guard for our country. These Himalaya are divided into 3 parallel ranges. According to the speciality of these great mountain walls, they are classified as 3 ranges, that are the Greater Himalayas called as Himadri, the Middle Himalayas called as Himachal, and the Shivalik ranges. So it starts in the east side and it stretches towards the west side. So these are the ranges of Himalaya, where you can see some important hills like Kanchenjunga, Mount Everest, K2. So these are the famous hills that are situated in Himalaya. The lofty mountains and the majestic peaks of Himalaya stretch from east to west, and it protects our country from the external attack. The Great Mountain Wall is about 2500 km long and its width is 250 to 320 km. That it varies from 250 to 320 km. So these are the speciality of the Himalayas. Then at the bottom of these hills, or the hills that are covered in the Himalaya ranges, at the bottom of these hills there is a Gangetic plains, and these plains are formed due to the flow of network of the largest rivers like Ganga, Indus, Brahmaputra. These plain regions are rich in alluvial soil. Alluvial means very fertile soil. It consists of very fine part of clay, silt, sand and gravel, which makes the soil very fertile, and it is because of the running water of river. So these plains are, as I said, these plains are very fertile, hence it has the maximum concentration of population. Why? Because as the fertility of the soil is good, so people can live there and people can have their vegetation there in that soil. So this is about the Himalaya and its foothills. Next part is the Great Deccan Plateau. Here in the map you can see the triangular part, it is Great Deccan Plateau. in previous slide we have seen the Himalaya, that is the blue part that I am highlighting, that is the Himalaya ranges, and the triangular part it is called as the Deccan Plateau. It is again called as peninsula. Now there are number of hills and the valleys like Aravalli Hills, which is the oldest range of the world among the hills. Then the Vindhya and the Satpura are most known landscape of this region are present or covered in Deccan Plateau. Then Deccan Plateau is covered by water bodies, that is Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. And the Indian Ocean. So these are the three large water bodies that are surrounded the entire Deccan Plateau. Next one is the speciality of India, that is the Thar Desert. Everybody is about the deserts. Deserts are the part of Rajasthan, or we can say that Rajasthan is a desert. It is in the western side and it covers the state of Rajasthan and the Gujarat. And Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert, it is well known to you, which is having the hot climate and the dry climate, where you will get very few quantity of rainfall. You will not get the water bodies over there. There is lack of water, and because of that the animals living in this area like camel, they can only survive in such hot and dry region. There is very low rainfall, and as a result of it there is very less vegetation can see in this region. Less vegetation means you cannot grow number of plants over there. The speciality of the desert is the cactus plant, which can live without water, or the camels, which can live without water for many days. So this is about the Great Indian Desert, Thar Desert. Next thing is the coastal ghats and the island. Now here you can see the coastal ghats, the western ghats here below the Deccan Plateau, and the eastern ghats towards the bottom of your map. Now the strips of land along with the eastern and western ghat form the coastal ghats. These two strips are called as the coastal ghats. The western coastal lies between the Arabian Sea and the western ghats. Here is the Arabian Sea. So this western coastal lies here, whereas the eastern coastal lies towards the Bay of Bengal. Here is Bay of Bengal, and these are the eastern coastal that lies between eastern ghats and the Bay of Bengal. Just outside of this coast there are two groups of island, that are the Lakshadweep Island and the Arabian Sea, that we have seen in the previous map. That is in political India, you can see the island that are the Lakshadweep Island and the Arabian Sea. And the Andaman and Nicobar Island lies towards the Bay of Bengal in the southeast. So these are about the geographical features of India. Now till here we saw natural features and the geographical features of India. I hope you understood the lesson. Go thoroughly and please read out the lesson 2 to 3 times. Thank you.